Ashe, and welcome to another special episode of our Mandatory Mental Liberation Message series, written and produced by our esteemed elder Baba Jelani Bomani Dembe, the brilliant founder of Majestic Mind Matters University. I'm your royal narrator, Queen Magical Melanin, for this new episode. The necessity of the Mandatory Mental Liberation series at Majestic Mind Matters University lies in our focus on serving our melanin-rich culture nation. By addressing the importance of knowledge of self to produce greater self-awareness and advocating for our mental liberation, especially for our precious melanin-rich culture children, our messages aim to combat the enduring effects of generational mental enslavement stemming from the historical trauma of the chattel enslavement of the ancestors. Our initiative seeks to empower us to break free from these harmful and unfavorable legacies and cultivate a deep-rooted sense of self-identity and unwavering resilience. Each moment you spend with us is a gift, a chance to grow, to learn, to be inspired. So stay with us till the end, where the real magic happens. Now, let's get started with this very special melanin-rich culture message titled 9/11 Rising Together, Advocacy for Our Melanin-Rich Culture Communities. As melanin-rich people, it is crucial for us to recognize and understand that other nations' governments have advocated for their races of people in America to receive due justice and reparations. This knowledge is not only empowering, but also serves as a reminder that we are not alone in our fight for equality and representation. One powerful example of a nation advocating for their people in America is Japan's advocacy for the Japanese during World War II. During World War II, Japanese Americans faced incredible discrimination and prejudice in the United States. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, the American government implemented harsh measures against Japanese Americans, including mass incarceration in internment camps. This blatant violation of their civil rights and human dignity was justified under the guise of national security and fear-mongering. However, Japan did not stand idly by while their people suffered in America. The Japanese government, through diplomatic channels and international pressure, advocated for the fair treatment and humane treatment of Japanese Americans during this dark period in American history. While their efforts were not entirely successful in preventing the internment of Japanese Americans, Japan's advocacy shed light on the injustices being committed and helped to bring attention to the plight of Japanese Americans. Additionally, understanding the advocacy efforts of other nations for their people in America should inspire us to continue our fight for equality and justice. Knowing that there is a precedent for international support and solidarity gives us hope and motivation to push for change and demand respect and dignity for our melanin-rich culture communities. Furthermore, recognizing the advocacy efforts of other nations serves as a catalyst for building alliances and partnerships with our melanin-rich culture communities around the world. By understanding that we share common struggles and aspirations with other marginalized groups, we should work together to amplify our melanin-rich voices and demand justice and equality for us as well. It is crucial for us as melanin-rich people to know that other nations have advocated for their races of people in America to receive due justice. The example of Japan's advocacy for the Japanese during World War II serves as a powerful reminder that we are not alone in our fight for equality and that there are allies around the world who are willing to stand up and speak out on behalf of their own people. By understanding the advocacy efforts of other nations, we should draw strength, inspiration, and motivation to continue our fight for justice and equality. Together, we will build alliances, partnerships, and solidarity with our melanin-rich culture communities worldwide to create a more just and equitable society for us as well. As melanin-rich individuals, it is crucial for us to recognize and understand the struggles and advocacy efforts of various communities in order to empathize with their experiences and support our causes, first and foremost. The history of discrimination and injustice faced by different ethnic groups in America serves as a reminder of the importance of standing in solidarity with other marginalized communities. By learning about and acknowledging the challenges faced by groups such as the Irish American, Japanese American, Native American, Latino and Hispanic American, and Muslim American communities, we can better appreciate the intersections of oppression and work towards creating a more equitable and inclusive society for us as well. The Irish American community's advocacy for recognition of discrimination against Irish immigrants is a powerful example of resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, Irish immigrants faced widespread prejudice and discrimination in the United States. They were often denied employment opportunities, faced housing discrimination, and struggled to integrate into American society. By learning about the struggles of the Irish American community, we should gain insight into the enduring impact of discrimination on immigrant communities and the importance of fighting for equality and inclusion for us as well. Similarly, the Japanese American community's advocacy for redress and reparations for the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II highlights the need for acknowledging and reckoning with historical injustices. The incarceration of over 120,000 Japanese Americans in concentration camps was a dark chapter in American history, one that continues to resonate today. By understanding the experiences of Japanese Americans during the internment, we should appreciate the resilience and strength of a community that has endured unimaginable hardships and is still fighting for justice and recognition. The Native American for recognition of their sovereignty, land rights, and cultural preservation sheds light on the ongoing struggles of indigenous peoples in America. Centuries of colonization, forced displacement, and cultural genocide have left a lasting impact on Native American communities, who continue to advocate for their rights and dignity. By supporting the efforts of our people to reclaim our melanin-rich culture voices and reclaim our cultural heritage, we contribute to the healing and empowerment of our melanin-rich culture nation that has faced systemic oppression for generations. The Latino and Hispanic American community's advocacy for recognition of their contributions to American society and economy, as well as for immigration reform and the protection of DACA recipients and undocumented immigrants, demonstrates the resilience and determination of a community facing discrimination and xenophobia. By standing in solidarity with each other, we will amplify our voices and support our efforts to secure a brighter future for ourselves and our families. Finally, the Muslim American community's advocacy for protection of their civil rights and religious freedoms in the face of Islamophobia and discrimination underscores the importance of standing up against bigotry and hate. In the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Muslim Americans have been unfairly targeted and marginalized, leading to a climate of fear and mistrust. By supporting our rights and dignity of our melanin-rich culture people, we will combat stereotypes and promote a more inclusive and accepting society for us as well. As melanin-rich individuals, we know and understand the advocacy efforts of diverse communities in order to build empathy, solidarity, and allyship. We recognize the struggles and resilience of communities such as the Irish American, Japanese American, Native American, Latino and Hispanic American, and Muslim American communities, because have our own unique struggles. We can work towards a more just and equitable society that honors the dignity and rights of all people. We must stand united in the fight against discrimination and injustice, and work together to create a future where we are valued and respected. As a community of melanin-rich culture people, it is crucial for us to understand how important it is to have the Alkebulan government speak up for us in America in light of the centuries of chattel enslavement the ancestors endured. The unfavorable legacy of chattel enslavement of the ancestors still reverberates through our lives today, impacting everything from socio-economic disparities to systemic racism. By having the Alkebulan government advocate on our behalf, we will bring attention to these injustices and work towards creating a more just society for us as well. One of the key reasons why it is so important for the Alkebulan government to speak up for us is because of the continued marginalization and discrimination we face as a result of our history of chattel enslavement. The unfavorable legacy of chattel enslavement has left deep scars on our melanin-rich culture community, affecting everything from access to education and healthcare to employment opportunities and housing. By having the Alkebulan government advocate for us, we will bring attention to these disparities and work towards creating policies that address and rectify these injustices. Furthermore, having the Alkebulan government speak up for us will challenge the narrative that has been perpetuated about our melanin-rich culture nation. For too long, our melanin-rich people have been portrayed in a negative light, often being stereotyped as lazy, unintelligent, or dangerous. By having the Alkebulan government advocate for us, we challenge these harmful stereotypes and promote a more accurate and positive image of our melanin-rich culture nation. Additionally, having the Alkebulan government speak up for us will hold America accountable for its role in perpetuating the unfavorable legacy of chattel enslavement of the ancestors. While chattel enslavement officially ended over a century ago, the effects of this horrific institution still linger today. From mass incarceration to police brutality, the injustices faced by our melanin-rich culture nation are a direct result of the historical violence and oppression that was inflicted upon the ancestors. By having the Alkebulan government advocate for us, we will bring attention to these injustices and demand accountability from those responsible. Moreover, having the Alkebulan government speak up for us in America will amplify our melanin-rich voices and ensure that our concerns are heard and addressed. Too often, our melanin-rich culture nation is silenced and marginalized, with our perspectives and experiences being ignored or dismissed. By having the Alkebulan government advocate for us, we will ensure that our voices are part of the conversation and that our concerns are taken seriously. In order to get the Alkebulan government to speak up for us in America in regards to chattel enslavement of the ancestors, it is important for us to come together as a unified community and demand action. We must organize and mobilize, using our collective power to push for change and demand justice. By working together and standing in solidarity, we will show the Alkebulan government that we are a force to be reckoned with and that they must prioritize our concerns. Overall, it is crucial for our melanin-rich culture nation people to understand the importance of having the Alkebulan government speak up for us in America in light of chattel enslavement of the ancestors. By advocating for our melanin-rich culture communities, we are actually working towards creating a more just and equitable society for all and ensuring that the injustices of the past are not forgotten nor ignored. It is only through our unity and perseverance that we will truly create lasting change and achieve justice for our melanin-rich culture nation. I'm your royal narrator, Queen Magical Melanin. We trust that this very special message has expanded your understanding through the insights shared by our highly esteemed producer, Elder Baba Jelani Bomani Dembe, founder of Majestic Mind Matters University, in our Mandatory Mental Liberation Series special message. Remember this, it is essential to honor the ancestors. We have a unique connection to the ancestors. They endured many unwarranted struggles, preserved our melanin-rich culture, and passed down invaluable wisdom through many generations. By honoring the ancestors, we pay honorable tribute to our roots and draw great strength and much-needed inspiration from the unwavering resilience and royal legacy that has paved the way for our present and future generations. Ancestral reverence is a powerful way for us to continually uphold our own melanin-rich identity, heritage, and cultural legacy. Here is an ancient Alkebulan proverb to keep in mind. If you think you are too small to make a difference, you have not spent the night with a mosquito. Remember this as well, whenever you are in the presence of anyone, saying, "They don't see color," it actually means, "They don't see you." We acknowledge and honor the indigenous name of our glorious continent as Alkebulan. This name means Mother of Mankind in various Alkebulan languages such as Akuyu, Swahili, and Kemet, referring to ancient Egypt, and rejecting the terms Africa or African. As royal members of our melanin-rich culture nation, we must strive for knowledge of self for greater personal awareness. Always treat yourself kindly and seek to live a totally awesome and gloriously fulfilling melanin-rich culture life. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. So, like, subscribe to stay updated, and share this very special melanin-rich culture link with everyone that you care about and that really cares about you and all of yours as well. And thank you for listening to this enchanting special message. Stay woke. Ashe.